Is AI about to change movies forever? And honestly, AI has been taking over for like since ChatGPT came out. That's I remember when ChatGPT came out and it was the most advanced AI that people had in their hands. And honestly, that was scary. And it just kept getting worse from there. You got Elon Musk buying hella property, hella land to make $100 billion fucking data center so he could just be the most advanced person with like Gronk or whatever the fuck, and then also SpaceX. Like, I don't even know what to tell y'all, man. AI is getting way out of hand, and then I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing AI movies. I wouldn't.
30 years ago, Toy Story came out, and it took 7 hours to render just a single frame. 3 years ago, House of the Dragon came out.
Hold on. Yeah, this is by Eric Does VFX.
And it still took 7 hours to render a single frame, even though computers are literally 1,000 times faster now. How come? And how does AI do all of this in only 7 seconds? Well, by creating my own House of Dragon shot, I found the answer. So join me on the journey.
Yo.
In order to make a believable Dragon VFX video, we needed the right location, and Norway doesn't quite cut it. So I boarded a plane to Iceland to do this the right way. The problem was that
my brother has traveled just to make a point. This man's dedication is top fucking tier. Keep doing you, bro.
Too many good options to pick from. This entire country looks like it was ruled by dragons at some point. But eventually, we found this really awesome looking waterfall that we could actually walk behind, and I knew I'd found the perfect spot. For the video, I'm gonna be jumping off this ledge, and a dragon will come from underneath, and I will land on it and fly through this waterfall. Quite ambitious, I know. Then we will see me ride the dragon through this epic valley, which my friend Luke helped me film on his drone that makes mine look like a toy.
It's just a baby.
With these shots done, and a bit more sightseeing, I headed home to start working on the VFX.
The dragon.
Okay, we need to pause the video a bit because something has happened. So after I posted my last video, an AI company reached out wanting to sponsor me. And did they even watch my last video? A few people have watched an AI video and felt like it was a piece of art that really touched or inspired them. But they did say something that intrigued me. We don't see AI as a replacement for VFX artists, no final cut on our side, no script, no talking points. Which gave me an idea. So I pitched them a real VFX versus AI competition where the audience decides which one is best and they have no say in the script whatsoever. I never thought they would go for this, but I jumped on a call with them to discuss it and secretly recorded it. What would be almost fun would be a very like open and honest collaboration where I'm like, in the video I'm like, this is sponsored by Hicksfield, but they gave me complete control to say whatever I want, because I'm sure you guys are used to some hate, but I'm not sure if you're used to the creator you're sponsoring being critical about AI as well, and if you're fine with that.
Definitely I will be receiving some negative feedbacks, but I'm totally okay with that.
Well, okay then.
Shout out to bro. I'm not gonna lie. We need more like bosses, CEO, companies to be like that. Cause an honest opinion is what makes a fucking business fucking better. Not here paying motherfuckers to say whatever you just toss them. Like, bitch, I'm not a dog that can follow whatever the fuck orders. If this product is fucking ass, I'm not finna sell my audience or my friends a damn thing from you. Like, what?
I got this in a solid contract so there would be no takebacks, and the competition with Hicksfield was on. The first thing we need for our VFX shot is a dragon. And I'm not holding back for this competition, so I'm gonna use this dragon, which is probably the most detailed and high quality dragon 3D model available online. And I happen to know the creators and they happily sent it over for this competition. We need some animation for it though, so I assembled the next part of my VFX Avengers team, Rowan. My trusted animator from previous projects will handle the complex flying animation needed for this shot. And while he gets to work on that, I will tackle the waterfall.
That's fucking beautiful.
The waterfall can be replicated by creating a sphere that emits particles outwards and adding gravity to it. We then add some wind turbulence and random wind resistance per particle. However, it's still not looking quite right. But if we calculate the density of the particles by seeing how close each particle is to surrounding particles and make the dense clumps drop faster than the floating solo particles, we end up with a pretty believable waterfall without using a slow real water simulation. You might be wondering why we even need to create a waterfall when we have a real waterfall waterfall in the shot.
He jumped?
But we need it for when the dragon flies through the waterfall so we can get some interaction between them. Rowan is almost done working on the animation, but in the meantime, let's take a look at the opening shot. The opening shot is this beautiful drone footage of the waterfall from
the reverse, okay.
The opening shot is this beautiful drone footage of the waterfall from above, but the problem is that the drone is moving backwards instead of forwards. Usually, this would be an easy fix by putting the shot in reverse, but this leads to the waterfall going the wrong way. And this gave me an idea. Because for this competition, I'll be sending Higgsfield all of my footage for them to create their version, and I'm really curious how they're gonna fix this reverse waterfall. I can fix it myself by tracking the shot, use that track to stabilize the shot, rotoscope out the waterfall, reverse it, and then invert the stabilization to reapply the camera motion, and done. However, I will definitely send Higgsfield the version of it going the wrong way to see how they deal with this dilemma. Another thing I think AI will struggle with is close-up footage of a person with emotion. I didn't film this in Iceland, but I want to make this as challenging as possible for AI, so I pulled up a green screen and shoot footage of me starting to run towards the cliff. I'll composite this later though.
This man is giving AI a run for its money. He's just trying to show that AI can't really like replace any human person that's knowing what they're doing with the VFX. Like people have worked so hard to learn how to do VFX and just how to make a video, let alone a movie, let alone like a skit or whatever the fuck. Cause there's some talented people out there. Like they'll be damned if they take all that hard work and let it be taken over by AI. Fuck that.
Because the dragon animation is finally ready. I import the dragon animation to see how it's looking, and it's absolutely perfect. I also asked if he could animate me jumping off the ledge, since I didn't really feel like going for a swim that day. Nope. And that animation is also looking so nice. To start, I bring in the waterfall we made earlier and position it where the real waterfall is. I then set up the dragon as a collision object and run the simulation again, but the interaction doesn't really look that nice. To fix this, I do a smoke simulation with the dragon as the source, which leads to a flowy wind field. We can then plug this wind motion into our particle waterfall simulation along with the collision we set up earlier, and that looks a lot better. Now it actually feels like the waterfall is wrapping around the dragon due to the air displacement. To light the scene, I use this overcast image as a light source and create a sphere with a hole in it to act as the cave. I set this fake cave as a phantom object in the render, which means we won't see it in the render, but the light will still be affected by it, giving us this nice and realistic lighting. I then give the waterfall a smoke shader, as this looks the most like the mist we see in a real waterfall. Lastly, I use the same lighting for myself jumping off the cliff and hit render. Now let's finally answer the question of why 30 years later it still takes hours to render each frame of a movie. It all starts with looking at how they turned this into this. Well, Toy Story used Reyes, render everything you ever saw, which broke the geometry into a ton of tiny pieces, and for each piece read if the material was shiny or flat and what color it had. It then used this to fake the look of the object. It did this for every tiny piece and finally added a pre-computed shadow map before the image was ready. It's no wonder it took on average 7 hours to render each frame. Nowadays, the process is completely different and almost simpler. When we render, we run a light simulation that bounces millions of lights around the scene to figure out how the light would actually interact with it, just like real life. This is super computationally heavy though, which means even though we have computers that are thousands of times faster now, it still takes hours to render each frame of a movie. Monsters University actually took 29 hours to render per frame with this new rendering technique. Luckily, my render only took 12 hours as I don't render at the insane quality that movies do, but it still left me with this physically accurate dragon and waterfall. I add the renders to my footage, paint out myself, and add fake me before the jump. I then mask out the waterfall render for a smooth transition between the real and fake waterfall, and finally, I color match everything to the shot. I found the waterfall interaction to be a bit underwhelming, so I went back into Houdini, added even more splash along the wings, and a bigger interaction overall, and after rendering it again, I am super happy with the results. Now, how in the world does AI do all of this in only a few seconds? Well, it completely bypasses all of the old techniques and uses a neural network trained on millions of videos to guess what the output should look like based on your prompt. Is that enough to create a convincing dragon scene? Well, it's time to find out.
AI.
Last video, you guys complained that I misrepresented AI by not utilizing it to its full potential. Well, this time there will be no excuse, cause Higgsfield, one of the biggest AI companies, is gonna be creating it. They start by trying to run this shot through a video-to-video model using a prompt written by Claude and a reference of Adil and the dragon, but it fails spectacularly. So instead, they extract the first frame and use an image-to-video model to create the full motion from scratch, which gives them a jump they're happy with, but the dragon emerging doesn't look so good. So they keep running the prompt until they get a version of the dragon that they like, and then finally stitch the shots together in post. For my reverse waterfall challenge, they just use the first frame and prompt the motion with an image-to-video model, which fixes it instantly. But I'm not frame and prompt the motion with an image-to-video.
Hold on. Can this shit can't get out the way? Hold on. Okay. Generate 528. It was 624 before. How does this work? Oh my god, what the hell? A slow cinematic drone shot flying gently forward towards the waterfall while gradually tilting the camera downward to reveal more of the pool, river, and canyon below. Smooth stabilized movement with realistic parallax across the surrounding cliffs and hills. The waterfall flows continuously and naturally under gravity with subtle variations in the water. Soft mist at the base, gentle ripples in the pool, and water continuing to downstream preserve the exact landscape, rock formation, and composition, lighting, and muted natural colors of the original image. Photorealistic, calm, atmospheric motion, no sudden acceleration. Holy shit.
Model, which fixes it instantly. But I'm not too worried yet, as we still have the hardest shots coming up, and I will tackle them first.
Taking flight.
The next shot is this one from the side, and finally we'll
FTC.
tackle this ending drone shot of the dragon flying towards us. After a few days of animating, Rowan sent over this awesome animation, which has the dragon shake off the water from the waterfall. So I set up a water simulation that activates based on the speed of the dragon, so when he shakes, even more water falls off. I then convert the water particles to a mesh and create some geometry to block the light from the mountain so we can render with accurate lighting. For the final shot, I told him to go all out for the animation, and he nailed it, with the dragon flying super close to the camera for an epic ending. Here, I use the same lighting setup as the previous shot and render overnight. To composite the side shot, I add the dragon and water, do some color matching, paint out some people, and finally add this mist asset to blend everything in even better. And you can get this asset plus a bunch more on Maria and I's website VFX.store, and you can use the code AI30 for 30% off. To be featured in my next video, create a VFX shot with an asset from the store and send it to create@vfx.store. And so everyone has a chance to participate, we are actually making the HUD and UI pack free for a limited time. Anyways, with the mist added, the shot is complete. The ending shot was pretty similar to composite. I just make sure to add some camera shake as he flies over, and it's done. Finally, let's composite this green screen shot. I used corridor key to remove the green screen, shout out Nico, and I think this is the best use of AI, as a tool that doesn't take away creative control but just speeds up the work. I then add a cave background and do my best to make it look realistic, but it doesn't really look that good. This is due to bad lighting when we filmed and a lack of compositing skills from my end. So I headed out to a real cave to film it there instead. Sometimes you just can't fake reality, and I'll use real footage and practical assets whenever I can. But good luck doing the same, Mr. AI.
AI flies.
Higgsfield gives video to video another go for this shot, and at first it struggles, but eventually they end up with a version they're happy with. They go through the same process for this one before getting a good version, which leaves only this one left. But to make it fair, I also sent them what I shot in the real cave, and they have the audacity to use a video to video model to replace me with Adil.
Identity theft is not a joke, Jim.
And with that, both the VFX and AI versions are complete, so let's take a look.
Okay, are you ready to compare VFX versus AI finally?
Yes, I'm so excited. I've been waiting for weeks for this, so
Okay,
let's do it.
Let's start with my VFX shot.
I wonder how long it took the other bro.
Oh, it's so epic. No. Oh my days. It looks so real. That could have been Game of Thrones.
Maybe. No.
Sick.
I appreciate it. No, it was really fun to work on this one.
The waterfall integration looks super realistic.
It took a
Like,
long time.
You
but
nailed that. Oh, and the animation. Oh.
I had good help. So like obviously I put it all together and did the lighting and all that, but like the animation and the model and all the help I had with that from other like really, really good artists was, yeah, it made this come to life. Well, are you ready to see the AI then?
Oh, I don't know if I want to. I have no idea what to expect for the Higgsfield one.
Well, I've seen it once just to get it ready, but I'm very, very excited to see your reaction.
Okay.
So, all right, let's go.
I know AI is gonna be so ass.
Oh, it's a different guy.
I've been replaced.
Whoa, that's a big dragon.
Yeah.
And now it's super small.
Yeah.
I like the water touch.
Me too. I want to go add that now.
You
like the water at
should
the
actually.
lens.
That's
It's-
actually
yeah,
so good.
yeah. There are definitely like some inconsistencies between
There's
the
so many
shots
inconsistencies.
and between the dragon. It doesn't really
It
flow together as well.
But the way he falls, that was kind of cool. It was
It's a-
smooth.
yeah,
I
it's a
like the way
smooth
he
fall.
falls.
Yeah.
But now it looks goofy. Like it looks so big
Yeah.
on the dragon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and here it looks more like a falcon almost.
Yeah.
It doesn't get that
that's
epic,
true.
like really close to the camera. But I like the replacement hair. That's pretty
Yeah, that's
impressive.
That's
honestly.
actually better than yours, to be honest.
Yeah, I know. who wins in your eyes?
Oh, definitely yours. At least
Let's
now.
go.
Like so
Okay,
far,
yeah.
yours.
Okay, I will say the VFX definitely wins, but the AI bullshit, that shit looks like it got competition. Like, give it. When did ChatGPT come out? 2020, 2021, 22? Shit, give it. Give it 3 more years. This shit's gonna be fucking crazy.
It's like the consistency, the quality, the inconsistency definitely ruined it.
Well, there we go. I guess VFX wins.
Okay then,
Yes, sir.
that was easy. We can finally move on with our lives and never think about AI again, is what I thought. But Higgsfield wasn't ready to give up quite yet.
But I have a small surprise for you, because they actually sent over one more version.
No way! What? I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah, no, where they just made their own original version of this, just completely without the footage.
Oh, okay.
Just to see how far they can push
Just
AI.
fully prompt.
Full prompt, and they're using Cdance 2.5 for this as well, so this is
The
the best
Ultra?
of the best.
Oh shit.
So we'll see how it holds up.
This is
Okay,
the premium
ready?
shit. Hold on. What the fuck?
You can do this. You just have to jump. Just run and jump. That's it.
A lot better acting than I did.
What the fuck?
The sound design is really nice.
Yeah.
That's fucking nuts, yo. Okay, what the fuck?
Oh, that's cool.
That's fucking.
It's pretty epic, like.
I fucking hate to admit this. That's fucking cool as shit. That's fucking awesome. I hate that. I hate that water has to be wasted and killing animals had to be like one of the things that will have to be sacrificed for this bullshit to be made. Fuck, I hate AI. Why did it have to cost the fucking water? I'm drinking water right now.
Wow, they really.
That's fucking crazy.
The clouds look amazing.
That would be like on some like How to Train Your Dragon type shit, and it's like at the end of the season, you finally are able to like capture your emotions in a bottle and be like, okay, come on, fuck it, jump, and you just do that, and then that's the whole scenario that fucking happens. I feel like that's what the fuck that is. That AI did is fucking big one with that shit. I don't know what the fuck I just watched, but they said this the ultra shit. God damn. Bina, what you mean was this? This is AI about to change movies forever. It's pretty much the gentleman down here is doing like a VFX of like a little short clip of How to Train Your Dragon combination, and then he's going against an AI company. He got permission to speak bluntly about the company too. And he just like he was doing a challenge where it was him being like a VFX artist doing his little clip, and then his friends doing the AI version of that clip, and that shit was fucking crazy. He won the original, you know what I'm saying, the 1v1, but the homie said they got one more version of it, and that's what that was. Let me go back.
Know that?
Yeah, no, where they just made their own original version of this, just completely without the footage.
Oh, okay.
Just to see how far they can push
Just
AI.
fully prompt.
Full
If I
prompt,
want to
and
grab
they're
y'all, I'll
using
grab
CDAX
y'all.
2.5 for this as well, so this is the best of the best. So we'll see how it holds up. Okay, you ready?
Okay, you can do this. You just have to jump. Just run and jump. That's it.
A lot better acting than I did.
The sound design is really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
You know, it's team
Pretty epic,
it's
like-
team fuck AI 110%. But it's
Wow,
also
they
the fact that
really-
this shit is fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. Like I said earlier, like give AI not two, but like 5 more years, like 2 to 3, 5, 4, 5 more years, and they will be able to just, come up with crazier shit than this.
The clouds look amazing.
She hate to admit it, I don't know.
How do you feel now after watching that?
Well, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
You seem like reluctantly wanting to say that. Because I agree. I think it's a lot better. And I think that's kind of, I guess, where AI can shine a little bit, when it can make everything from scratch. But I still feel like you're missing that creative control. Like when they're trying to make it match my vision of what I wanted to make, they couldn't do it. And now they get a pretty epic video, but I'm sure they struggle controlling it exactly what they wanted. I'm sure they were just like, oh, this looks nice. And
There's still inconsistency there.
Right. And I also think they directed it quite well with him kind of getting hyped up before, and with the jump and the location and all that. So maybe they're just better directors than I am. But in terms of like matching my vision, where I wanted what I shot in Iceland to have a dragon, the VFX one.
That didn't hold up, no. But it still has this AI look to it.
True.
There's
That's
still something that says,
is true.
This is not human-made.
Yeah, but I think it'll be really interesting to see what the audience says
Yeah.
in terms of who they think wins. So be unbiased and be honest, and like vote in the comments of who you think is better and who one wins and why. Like why is one better than the other?
Oh, I'm excited to see and a bit
Me
scared.
too.
Let's see what the comments is yapping about. Let's see what the comments is yapping about. Let's go to top first. The AI side of this video was made here. Okay, cool. So they give, what I'm saying, they did get sponsored by the company. The last AI was actually better than I expected. I know, right? That second video from Higgsfield won it for me. Yeah. I like the transparency with the sponsor. Factuals. Apart from the jump, I completely love yours. the jump looks stupider, bro. Wait, he said he responded to that? Yeah, maybe. What he said. I appreciate, yes. I agree, the jump could have been a bit better. Factuals, but it's not like he fully jumped into the fucking thing. They did it best with the VFX. All right. Well, that is this AI about to change movies forever by Eric Does VFX.